Chad, I've got some cursed toilets for you. I don't know. You interested? This is part 2 to cursed toilets. And, I want to thank chat member Lana Kilo 1 for making this pack. They made the first pack of cursed toilets. And I actually have a bonus segment here that I'm adding, of cursed urinals. Because this is what we do on Sunday stream. Why not? Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look here. It says, the following is a collection of accursed crappers I found. Probably no part 3 as I was scraping the bottom of the bowl for some of these. And I feel the bit has run its course. Well, I think a sequel was warranted. Just on a personal note, I think, getting some cursed toilets, even if they're not the best, I think it'll be fun. Vinny, do you like to shit? I like to shit. You like to shit. We like to shit. It's true. This is shitting.
I like to shit. You like to shit. We like to shit. This is shitting. I like to shit. You like to shit. We like to shit. This is shitting.
So, here's holy shit. That's the first one of the pack. The way the light shines in directly is like probably something that only happens perfectly like a couple times a year. But I would feel honored. Personally. That's an interesting one. This is an outhouse? So wait, you have to, like, go in there, you have to go up a step, and then, like, what is this, for giants? What, do you have to be 7'3" to shit in this toilet? It's really high up there. It's probably, like, made specifically for one person's tastes. Like, their exact tastes. And size. Like, one person. This is the person. Right here, this guy. It says, and that's what shitting will be like in the metaverse. Couldn't find any more info on this one other than the fact that it's a real toilet. Somewhere, waiting to be found. Apparently it's not supposed to be Mark Zuckerberg, but the resemblance is too close for me. You know what? I wouldn't have put together the Zuckerberg resemblance. But it's that, like, kind of a vacant, like, empty stare. Mark Fucker Turd. Wow, chat member. Why don't you stream? You should get up here and do the bits. Holy crap. Sorry, that was a couple ones ago. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, just an arm going through the wall, little back rooms. This is weird because then the shirt looks form-fitting over here. Like on the arms, that looks like it's just... It kind of looks like it was, designed as a nude, but then they painted on some clothes. Oh, never mind, now the collar. So I'm gonna rate each of these toilets as would or would not, okay? So we're gonna do hit it or quit it. Shit it or quit it, basically. Would? In an emergency, yes, but I wouldn't be happy about it, because it would be pretty uncomfortable. This... I would shit in this. This would be no problem. Yeah, no problem. It'd be weird, but at least I wouldn't be lonely. What do we got here? Balls? Wait, why is there that? Why is there Five Nights at Freddy? Someone made a mood ring toilet. The original image has a ball print that may be TOS. Oh, fuck! You kidding me? I've tastefully censored it for your viewing pleasure. That's pretty, yeah. Unfortunately, it's the next one, so I have to do a very quick turnover. Like, very, very quickly. But now that now that I've read that, it changes everything. I was gonna say, oh, that's cool, it's like the galaxy. It's like majestic, like a galaxy. And now I'm like, well, yeah, of course I would use this, but what if I'm in a bad mood? Okay, next is... Last time we covered dueling toilets, so today I'd like to introduce the threesome toilet. Like a chat member said last time, it's most likely the partitions between the stalls that haven't been installed yet, but it doesn't make it any less cursed. I mean, yeah, I guess that would probably be the case. Not as cursed, but what if they just never bother? Like, save money. It's fine. Someone just wrote Germans. Wait, do Germans not have any shame over shitting? Do they just shit next to each other? I don't understand the reference. Romans? Someone else said Romans. Ancient Romans, they would probably have no problem with this. They also vomited into a trough. So, I mean, unless that was fake. I heard that was fake. Here's the thing. Would I... Again, in an emergency, at least they look clean. The bathroom looks clean. And you would hope that someone else wouldn't walk in. Which would be a very anxious day of shitting. You know, and you try your best to cover up, and you just be like, alright, well, hopefully I can get this done before someone else walks in. They look like faces. Oh yeah, there's a little pareidolia here. Huh. Whoa. The upper decker on this toilet looks plastic, so my best guess is this is the aftermath of it catching fire. Yeah, that looks like someone put an explosive in there. Yeah, fire. Fire makes sense. How does a toilet catch fire? Taco Bell? Very nice chat, yeah. I think it's kind of, this seems like... What's the word? Arson. This seems like arson to me. Doesn't feel accidental. Yeah, arse. A-R-S-E. Exactly, chat. Good. Very nice. Would I shit in this? Sure. The flushing might be a bit of a problem, but I mean... Yeah, I'd still do it. This one is... How am I supposed to sell a property with a toilet like this? You make this the feature. You put this right on Zillow. Like, this is the feature of... This is the throne room, exactly. The king's toilet. My lord, welcome to your new throne. You could even dress it up a little bit more, too. Just spend, like, I don't know, 50 bucks on some really gaudy shit that you can use. And it would be great. And then you just say, like, well, this was Al Capone's toilet. Or, like, someone really famous. He had this built for his specifications. He lived here for 3 days. It's not on record because it was supposed to be kept a secret, but I know the secret information. And he liked to shit real high. It reminded him of the castles of ye olden times, where you would shit and it would go down the rampart into the toilet as the brown frog. Imagine going to the bathroom in this at 3 in the morning. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is you would probably die. If you are not prepared for those steps, and you're like, you know, if you're groggy, you might die. If you're drunk, you're already dead. You're just gonna fall immediately, bust your ass, bust your skull. Shame. But that's the price for infamy. The floor collapsed, but the toilet held on. Okay. Well, okay, listen, for this last one, I wouldn't mind... I would definitely not mind shitting there if I needed to, like, once. But yeah, I wouldn't want this anywhere near me, like, permanently. This one... You know, you gotta give it credit. I don't think there's really any easy or, you know, viable way to get up there and do your business. I just don't see it. The Last of Us? The Ass of Us. I don't see it. Parkour shit? Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say nay to this one. Use your hook shot, Link. A swing and a miss? This looks like a fetish toilet. Is this like a hostile toilet that someone was like, well, I need a bowl, I need a toilet seat, you know, and they just did this? Hostel. H-O-S-T-E-L. Because I've seen the idea of like floor toilets in Europe, and you know, I've heard of such things. So maybe this is a modification. Hostile toilets. It's like hostile architecture, you know, out in the world. Now this is here in your bathroom. In bedroom, imagine? No, I was thinking this was fetishy, so no. It's not in the bedroom. I would try. I think it would be fun. If I got confirmation that this held up and was actually like, you know, you could sit on that and it wouldn't break, I would try it. However, those ropes look like, they kind of look like Brillo. I feel like if you, like, get too close to them, you might scratch yourself. It's also lopsided. Plopsided, if you will. Skip the middleman and pinch a loaf directly into the sewer, it says here. Wow, that's a good note. You know what? Practical. Dangerous. Look at the back, like, leg of the chair. That shit is, like, what? It's got, like, a fucking centimeter of clearance before it just falls into the fucking sewer and you die. I think you can do better than this, but the idea is sound. I think you can definitely do it. You can make it work. Again, look, this is like kind of like CS Italy. You know what I mean? It reminds me of the good old days in Counter-Strike. So just for that alone, and for how empty it is, I would say yes. I would shit in there. You'll notice it says be weird over here. So what is this, Portland? Crazy. Please look under the toilet seat for bees. Please be aware of the bees. Okay, so immediately, my answer is no. I will not be shitting. Sorry, I shan't be shitting in the bee toilet. I don't like that. Now, I think we have a couple videos, too. Let me double check. Here in cursed toilets. I just need to, see where we're at. Yeah, I missed a video. So here's the first video. Oh, I've seen this.
Oh.
I've shown this. They go just the whole video. They're like, oh.
Toilet.
The whole fucking time. Does anyone know who made this video? Because it's not listed here.
Oh.
It says very bizarre toilet ASMR video. You'd consider this ASMR?
Oh.
Wow. Boredom is a hell of a thing. Oh my god.
Oh.
I mean, oh!
Oh. Oh.
That one toilet did not even suffer a scratch, me lord. Wow. That was great. I really enjoy that video. If anyone knows who made that, Beyblades with toilets, If anyone knows who made that video, please let me know. There's so many of these. They did like 50 plus of them. Where are they getting all the fucking toilets from? Junkyard makes sense, yeah. Crazy. That's just a genre of toilet dueling. Alright. B toilet is a 0 out of 10. I would not want to be anywhere near the B toilet. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I don't even know what it looks like. Answer is no. This is exactly what I was talking about when I mentioned medieval shitting. The note included says... Let's see. Wait. This is a royal latrine common in the medieval era castles. These are similar to today's pit toilets commonly found in state and national parks, but instead of the feces dropping into a hole in the ground, it falls several feet into in open air, landing in a cesspit or the castle's moat. Jesus. So, this, yeah, I mean, that moat, God, could you imagine? I would imagine, like, the smell keeping people out of the moat. Like, oh, we should storm the castle. Bruv, do you smell that moat? So when I mentioned the brown frog earlier, it's for a very specific reason. And the reason being, in the Lego Castle set, they did an anniversary set for the Lego Castle thing. And they basically recreated this. There was a latrine in the Lego Castle set, and a weirdly placed brown frog at the bottom of it. Yeah, it's the Lion Knight Castle, which I part of me wishes I bought this, but it's also like, no. Please God, no. Very expensive, but I was aware of the brown frog, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Note the suspiciously placed white block. The cylindrical one. They have a piece that's supposed to be ice cream, but in brown it looks like a coil. I've seen it. Yep. Cool. And would I use the medieval toilet? Yeah, sure. It addressed the wiping twig? I didn't even know what that was. Honestly, now that you say that's very painful to think about, so I'm not sure I would use it. It's like, what's better, the toilet or the floor? I guess the toilet, but... Offer a sacrifice for bountiful harvest. This was sculpted for a private residence in 2009. The fucking Rainforest Cafe toilet. More theme restaurants need to have crazy toilets like this, because I think that would inspire people to go to the restaurant. When I was at the Epic Universe Mario Park, they had Mario-themed bathrooms. And it was underwater themed. And they played all of the underwater music from Mario. No, it wasn't like a Birdo urinal or anything like that. It was actually just regular bathroom, but with Mario decals, and it looked like it was underwater, and it had like a cool, like, you know, the light was kind of low and like wavy. It was really cool. I was very impressed with even the bathrooms there. But, yeah, it was all underwater themed. So, anyway, I would love to poop in this. That would, like, kind of make my entire year and probably inspire a nice harvest. It's great. This I would not poop in. For some unknown reason, people will RGB their plumbing. For a more unknown reason, people will turn them red. You know what? It's a good party trick. You do this, And then you invite people over for a Halloween party? Sick. Sinister shitting. Yeah, I'm down for this. I like the idea. What? Let's see. Another famous cursed toilet. This one has an explanation. This is at the Miami Zoo, and during hurricanes they evacuate the storks into the bathroom so they're protected from the storm. Well, that's cool. That's actually a really great piece of information. The storks don't evacuate their bowels after this, I'm assuming, right? What happened here? A contractor hired to build a retaining wall on this person's property struck their sewer line. The contractor's genius solution was to pump concrete directly into the broken pipe, which backed up and hardened into their toilet. Oof. So I'm gonna say, it looks like the elephant's foot from Chernobyl. That's one. Two, you could poop in there a limited amount of times. I wouldn't, but you could. And also there's a lawsuit waiting to happen here, like a pretty good one. But that's crazy. That's an actually, like, psychotic way to recover from a mistake. So good job. For sale, stove-fridge combo. Bad. This image is from 2016. So as far as I know, this is real and not AI, but still likely a shitpost. That is true. That is true. I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually did this as, again, a gag. But if you just, listen, if you just buy a brand new toilet, you could do that and it's not gross. I mean, it is gross, but it's not, like, unsanitarily gross, I don't think. You could, you know, the porcelain is probably a really bad idea to burn. I don't know much about that. But my guess is that, if you're lighting a fire near porcelain, you're in for a bad time. A microscopic toilet made for a contest. The image is 15,000 times magnified using an electron microscope and is around 10 micrometers wide, about the same size as the largest bacteria. My source was dubious, so correct me if I'm wrong. That's all it says. I want to know more about the contest. Tardigrade toilet. Yeah. I would poop in there if I could, but I can't. Sorry, chat. I found conflicting info on whether or not this is the toilet museum in Seoul or Tokyo, but this is a large toilet that little shits can slide down. If this is real, that's kind of incredible. That's actually a very funny image, and I like the idea that they give you poop hats. Someone in chat said it is real. Poop Museum is real. Wow. Crazy. Level 1 characters? Oh my god. You saying that? It makes perfect sense. It's like commercial chaos. It's a mobile ad. It's like, what the fuck? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Oh, I know what I'm looking at. They put, a reflective ceiling. So, I don't want to say it's designed to be a mirror, but, you know. If needed, you can check on your buddy in the next stall. So, again, this is anxiety shit. Unless you just don't give a shit. This toilet is located in the women's restroom at a cafe in Akashi, Japan. It's surrounded by a real aquarium and reportedly cost $284,000 USD to build. Cost the owners around $1,300 US a month to operate. Well, that's what I'm saying about, like, drawing attention to your business. This is absolutely one way to do it. Very expensive, but hey, you can get some bullshit latte that costs like $35 and you know, eventually you pay it off. Aquarium shitting. You would think that the better option would be to just have aquarium without the shitting component, but I mean, hey, we're looking at it now, so this worked. Oh god. This reminds me of those posts where it's like, hey, what would you guys do with this space? And it's just some weird space in someone's house that's not used, and they don't know what to do with it. The answer is now toilet. It says in the notepad here, $3K a month in New York City. Yeah, I know. If I could get over there, I would use that. That's kind of cool. Oh, look, there's even... You could get over there. There's a latch. There's a hatch. You just put it down, you step on there, and you just get over. That's cool. It's awesome. Where liminal meets landscape. This one is located in Laos. That's pretty great. Yeah, I think more high-up toilets like this is actually a really great idea. That would be a great spot to think. You know, but you would... Like, you can kind of injure yourself if you sit on a toilet too long. So there's that. Gotta be careful. Also, I don't know about leaving an open space without, like, a window, because birds are just gonna fucking fly in there. So, cool. Would love to use this. This is great. I would do some really good thinking on this one. Someone said how Busch Light is brewed. Keg urinals aren't too uncommon at bars. What do you mean? How dare you make fun of Busch Light? It is the king of beers. Oh wait, that's Budweiser. It's pretty, I've never seen a urinal like this, but it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. This is how Natty Ice is made. Natty Ice, Bud Ice. Anything with ice usually is pretty rough. That was actually, I think the first beer I ever tried was Bud Ice, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. Is this what all beer tastes like? And the answer is... kinda. As a non-beer connoisseur, you know, I can drink a beer just fine. It's fine, but... You know... I can't really tell the difference between the cheap beers. I'd have to drink some, like, good stuff to get, like, a, you know, something that tastes different enough. But, yeah. The difference is the price tag. Also, IPA was a huge thing for a while. I had friends that were really into IPAs. And I thought I liked them, but it was just, like, a really decent one. And then I've had, like, IPAs that are really bitter. Like, and it's just like, I'm good. It's still a huge thing. Yeah, it's not for me. It's really not for me. Again, if I'm at a bar and I'm sitting there and, you know, I'll have whatever, but I would prefer usually like a whiskey on the rocks or like something, you know, and that tastes like shit too. But I mean, hey, your stomach hurts less. At least mine does. Let's see, what do we have next? We just now derailed in talking about alcohol somehow. Alright, this one... Imagine you're sitting on that and a cryptid starts rushing you. I like this one. When I look at this, I think about forced perspective, though. I think, like, the way it looks to me is that that toilet is actually really tiny, and the beginning of the room is really big. So I have no idea what this room is actually like, but someone said Kubrickian toilet. Yeah. Let's see, we may have another video coming up. Soon. Here is... golf toilet. It's just dumb. I hate to say I would probably enjoy getting a couple rounds in. But pointless. Duck toilet. I like the duck toilet. I do like the duck toilet. I would be a proud owner of duck toilet. I've seen this. I've seen this. Listen, they gotta eat. A common type of toilet on oil rigs. It's just, that's the funny thing, is like seeing them down there makes me think that maybe they were waiting for food. They know that they can get food there, but that makes me sick to my actual fucking stomach. So, yeah, I don't like this. Often, porta-johns will be hoisted up construction sites so workers don't have to come down to use the bathroom. This picture was probably taken while it was being moved up or down. It isn't intended to be used in this state unless you're brave. If I was told that it was 100% structurally sound, I would... and I was offered money. Then I would use it. The previous one on the oil rig, no problem. But if I was given a guarantee and like, I don't know, $1,000, I would do 1,000. I would, $1,000. Minimum. That seems cheap. Hey, $1,000 isn't bad. You kidding me? If, look, they would have to assure me that it was structurally sound. Then it would be fine. A loo with a view on the Forth Bridge in Scotland. Back in the day, the bridge would need constant repainting, so a toilet was constructed for the permanent maintenance crew. These days, it only needs to be repainted every 25 years or so, but the toilet is still up there. Huh. And that one also looks like it just goes... I mean, there's the box there, but it probably goes straight down into the water. I mean, hey. Looks like a lot of water. It'll just, you know, get absorbed. Half-Life 2 secret area. There would be ammo in there and maybe like a health pack. This is another one that, like... It looks like it's actually blocked off, so maybe you can't... You might not be able to really access it anymore. Unless one of the, No, that looks blocked off. But again, I would need a couple bucks to do that, you know. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Where you should send chat members who act unwise. Oh, it's a guillotine toilet. Okay. Well, it's a guillotine urinal, actually. Never mind. Yeah. Dick gun! Would not use, thank you. Intervention toilet is the name of this one. This just looks like something out of the back rooms. Like, this is someone's memory of an intervention, and they got it wrong. Take a sheet, Christopher. I would use that. It'd be fine. It, you know, if it's even connected to plumbing. Oh, so this is how you grow toilets. I see. I've always wondered where they came from. Now we know how they got them. For the dueling toilets. Huh! No way. Incinerolit. What the fuck is the context? The Incinerolit is a great example of over-engineering. I bet it smells lovely. This is like if you have radioactive shit. Like, you know, you went and... again, I'm gonna bring up Chernobyl for the second time, but you did a little bit of exploring. Maybe, I don't know, you go to the fecal furnace after. What is the context? Used in Antarctica because of no plumbing. That's nuts. Speaking of nuts, I'd be pretty afraid to sit on this thing. I guess it lights when you open because it needs oxygen, so it's not specifically always on fire. Wait, no, it keeps burning? Oh my god. Also used to dispose if the thing. That's a great sentence, thank you. I agree with that, especially if it's in the Arctic. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Oh, lightning struck a toilet in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. According to the expert, the bolt went down the fart fan and blew the shitter up. An expert said that. Went down the fart fan, blew the shitter up. Sorry. This one. That is very, scary thought. Because, you know, I always felt, like, safe. You know, that's the thing, is when you're in the bathroom, you're safe. And knowing that lightning can get in there and do a chupa chupa, oh, don't like it. An effective use of space. Oh yeah, I've seen, like, all kinds of stuff consolidated into a kitchen. This is like when they do those apartment tours of, like, Manhattan. It's like, here's the cheapest apartment in Manhattan. And it's just, there's a toilet in the bathroom. Not a bad toilet to use, though. Looks perfectly usable. But you don't want to keep food near it, do you? This one, the longer I look at this image, the worse it gets. Oh. Did I say toilet in the bathroom before? I meant toilet in the kitchen, but even a toilet in the bathroom is the most heinous of sins. The most anus of sins. Yeah, there's a rug. There's a little elevated, it looks like it's in the shower. There's a urinal. This looks like someone's, like, home bathroom, but there's also a urinal. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's, like, is that an air conditioner up there, too? Above the toilet? It looks like the toilet has two, upper deckers. What is it called? Whatever that is. TV remote on the shelf. Yeah, this is just bad. I get it. It's... Aw. It just says, save him. It's not particularly sanitary, but it's cute. I don't have much info on the cuck toilet. Only that a realtor posted these pictures unironically. It's just there. Just there. No door. Not even a curtain. Mental. Oh, there it is. There's more. There's another one. Better view. Okay. Well, it looks usable, but what you could do is build a fucking wall and put a door there. You're fine if you do that. It's another room. It is the bathroom, in fact. That's crazy, right? Too expensive? Well, you need to shit in the high-rise urinal. The high-rise porta potty. Get the $1,000, then get the job done. A toilet I found on a listing in... Wait, Kalihi? Hawaii. That door opens up to a balcony overlooking an industrial warehouse. And in view of other apartment buildings. Shitting naked with the door open would be such a power move. Sure. That's not too bad. I wouldn't say that's cursed. It's just it's a choice. It's a bold choice. But it is a choice. Not bad otherwise. And there it is. There's the view. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. Good place to think, and then a good place to think. Oh, this is nice. Another toilet found in Hawaii Island, although I did not find this one. This went semi-viral when it was listed in 2022. Is this blessed or cursed? It's great. It's a tiki toilet. It's fantastic. Are you kidding me? Another throne. This is an actual functioning 18-karat solid gold toilet that sold for $10 million at an auction in New York. The toilet is a satirical art piece called America and was created by the same artist that recently sold a banana duct tape to a wall for $6.2 million. That's pretty crazy. You know what's funny? When I loaded up this image, the first thing that came to mind was 2001: A Space Odyssey. I don't know why. Does anyone also maybe see it? I don't know. I can't really explain it well. It was at the Guggenheim and you could pee in it. They let people pee in it? Someone said art is so fucking bullshit. Money laundering. Yeah. Want to bet it's filled with lead and it's money laundering. I would not be surprised for a second. But I could just see Bowman from 2001: A Space Odyssey shitting in there. You know, like, as he's getting older. Someone said this was stolen and is now lost. You know what? Good. Oh, wait. Before we do that one, we have a video. Another video.
Oh, whoever designed this building, bro, needs to be fired, bro. How the hell you gonna put a toilet right here? I'm glad they covered the seat though, but how the hell you gonna put a toilet in front of this big ass glass that's facing the train station, bro? Yeah.
You know that place that has Popeyes,
Okay,
Checkers, and Dunkin'? I think it's Dunkin', all next to each other in Brooklyn. That's just like this spot that became a meme for some reason. This could be that spot. The next spot. Spot 2. The Dollar Tree toilet. Go there? Yeah, getting to the Bronx sucks. As a Staten Islander, kind of sucks. Sorry. If I'm there anyway, I will look for the toilet. So this one is a guitar toilet. Functional guitar urinal. This was a bar somewhere in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It would create a custom song based on where you piss. And it would be broadcast to the bathroom for everyone to hear. As far as I know, this is gone, unfortunately. Oh, man. That's the coolest fucking shit I've ever heard, and it's gone? That's actually something fun. I know there was like some, there's some stuff out there like where you pee in a urinal and it lights up, or, you know, they like have like games that you can play with your piss. So there are definitely things in this genre, but I have never seen this before. Damn. Shame. I would totally love that. Oh, I hate this so much. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. For educational purposes, this is a real patent that allows people to breathe fresh air during building fires. As far as I know, the toilet snorkel hasn't been sold or used. Fresh air. I've seen this and I thought for a second, like, how... Yeah, I mean... would you breathe the poo-poo air if it meant your life? Chat? I think I would. Toilet air or smoke? Well, you would have to hope that the fire doesn't spread to the rest of the room, like so that you're in the bathroom and it doesn't get too hot. and that you don't get, like, you know, because imagine now you're breathing like poo-poo air and you're fucking getting set on fire. Like, that is the worst way to go. This is a pretty bad way to go, too. A toilet in an abandoned building in England. Yeah. You really gotta go, so you just gotta jump over there. I mean, Mario could do it. But, uh-oh, you fell down the pit. Would not use. Wait. Why? They got it wrong. I'll tell you what, though. At the very least, you could pull your pants all the way down with this urinal. Alright. Found unironically on a Pokemon subreddit. It's one way to get rid of your bulk. Just fucking paste it to a toilet wall. Yes, a toilet wall. That's pretty, I wonder if there's any cards in there that are actually worth some money. Like, somewhere in the fucking bathroom wall, there's some, like, misprint card that's worth, like, $20,000. Not anymore. We only have a couple more, but let's see. This one is... What am I looking at? A toilet on the 15th floor penthouse above an abandoned elevator shaft in Guadalajara, Mexico. I would hate that. That would freak me out so bad. Would I use this for free? Sure. It's an experience. But hey, it's a great way to get over vertigo. It's exposure therapy. You gotta go. Oh, sorry, you gotta look down the elevator shaft. Wow. Another scenic toilet from Washington State, specifically in North Cascades National Park. I hope to one day have the pleasure of shitting here. Man, the Cascade Mountains sure are beautiful. I could enjoy them a whole lot more if I was dropping a log. Oh my god. Here's a bonus. A concerning amount of toilets I found one day while working. My immediate thought is contractor, but this many? For what purpose? Someone said Rick and Morty toilet to the previous one. Yeah, I forgot about that episode. Yeah, a lot of that stuff I only watched one time. That was one of them. But yeah, this is a toilet graveyard. I think some of Final Fantasy VII took place here. I just want to know what's around that corner. Anything? A sink? Anything? You might remember this toilet from the last segment. I did some more digging and found out this is indeed a real toilet, but I made an error. This is not Bora Bora. Instead, this experience can be found at the Conrad Maldives Rangali Island Resort. I see. Okay, well, a little follow-up. That's cool. Yeah, I think of Hitman. Exactly. Yeah, Hitman. Shitman. And also, you know, a 007 game. Alright. That's silly. I gotta say, I'm a fan of the cursed toilet segment. I'm sad that it's over. There may never be a part 3 unless we all pull together and we get our cursed toilets all submitted. I'm sure there's more good ones out there somewhere. But I also wanted to point out as a bonus, urinal.net. This is a little bit of a bonus. Urinal.net is showcasing the world's largest collection of urinal photographs ever assembled. It's the best place to piss your time away on the internet. The urinals of University of Kentucky. Okay. Stadsbrucherie Groot City Brewery. Groot is a brewery and bar located in Ghent, Belgium. Holy crap. Immediately I thought Rolling Stones. There's just new urinals submitted all the time. Another one! This one's in, Washington. Keg urinal. Smith College Museum of Art. That's cool. That reminds me of the Highline bathroom where I filmed Rent Free. There's the bathroom by the pigeon statue, the dinosaur as it was called, had really cool tiling that had pigeons and birds. This is top 1,000 urinals. You know what? Let's do the top 10. Nature's Call by Clark Sorensen. Wow. Wow. This music goes really well with those. World's largest restroom. It's a tourist attraction in China. Holy shit. God damn. It's such a big part of everyday life. Like, we all are united, like, by this one thing. There's a couple things, but this is another main thing that we're united by, you know? So it's like about half of us, Vinny. No, I meant bathrooms in general. I meant, like, just the concept of expunging. But you're right. You know, urinals are a whole other thing. It's about half of us. Hey, you could get a funnel. This is crazy. These are beautiful urinals. I wouldn't want to even, like, use them. This one looks like it's meant to be used, though. This is great. It's like engineering. And there's, like, information, too. Oh, there you go. Hey, speaking of, the urinals of Dairy Queen. Wait, what is this? Funnel-like device that's shared by everyone using the urinal is also proved not to be a popular feature. Because of those reasons, not more than 700 Sheanals were sold before Urinet, the company that manufactured it, sold the manufacturing rights. Ugh. I hate that name is terrible. That's a really weird concept. Wow, that's cool. This one's in Isle of Bute, off Scotland. So that's the top 10. The urinals of Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. They're not remarkable in any way, but their location is. Middle Brighton Baths in Australia. Melbourne. Cool. But certainly blends right into nature. I think this is a really interesting website, and I think you could spend a lot of time here. Let's see. Let's go to New York. Or, you know, just go to North America. Or we go nowhere because the fucking site doesn't work. No, I can't get it to work. I think it's probably a browser issue. You know. Oh, well. Well, regardless, you can check it out. Urinals.net. Or urinal.net, sorry. Or chat might have killed it. You never know. Well, thanks, chat, for watching the toilet segment. It was fun. And thank you, Lanakila, for submitting that. Was good. It's a really dumb segment, but for some reason, it's something we can all relate to. And I think there could be a part 3 on the horizon. Submit.vinesauce.com. Let me know if you got cursed toilets.